Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Black Friday, Cyber Monday madness is finally over, so I can get back to making some product videos. But first, just quickly, just thank you to everybody. Whether you bought something or not, you visited the website, anything, really appreciate it. It was a great big success for us. Made a lot of empty space on the shelves for all the new stuff that will be arriving, which was the goal the whole entire time. It's the goal every year, pretty much. Like I said, so today, back to a product video. I'm actually pretty excited. It's my first watch I'm featuring on the channel that uses the NH34 movement, which is Seiko's new GMT or Office GMT movement. You know, the 4R34 is in the SSK models that I already sell, and you've seen those videos. Now this is the aftermarket version labeled NH34. So this comes from NTH. This is the Devil Ray. I'm gonna show you 3 Devil Rays, a date, no date, and a GMT. They're pretty cool. There's gonna be way more selections coming from other micros and of course from the Islander brand, but we are kind of taking our time with them and making sure we do them right. Not to say that NTH didn't do it right. It's a really good looking watch, but we do have several designs in process. My own wrist check, I am wearing my Zin U1. This thing is an absolute beast. Love this watch. Haven't worn it in a while. And then another one I haven't worn in a while, my Breitling Aerospace Titanium. Super duper light analog digital displays. Just a really neat watch. That's it. Let's check out the Devil Ray. Wow, I have not done a product review in a couple of weeks. Insane. Hope I remember it. I'm kidding. It's kind of the same thing every time. So we are looking at the NTH Devil Ray. I have 3 to show you, though there are already 9 in the store. 3 different colors, 3 versions each. So the 3 colors are the kind of electric blue dial you see here, the silver dial, which NTH calls, they call this white. I don't know. This is white. Hi. This is silver. Anyway, silver. And then black. It's like a sunburst black. So 3 colors, and then you got 3 different varieties. You have date, no date, and GMT. So 3 times 3 is, everybody? 9. There's 9 different versions. Let's start with electric blue with a date. So the electric blue now will come with a date, or comes with no date, or GMT version. So because it's date, this is an NH35 based watch. It's 43 millimeters in the diameter to this nice cushion case. It's 14.5 thick to a domed anti-reflective coated sapphire crystal. It is 46 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. You will note that the bracelet, though, does stick out a little bit more. That kind of signature Devil Ray bracelet that they use is a solid screw-down case back with an image of a ray embossed on it. Really nice looking. 200 meters, excuse me, yeah. Try again. 22 millimeter lug, solid link sized with screws. A beautiful clasp. Look at that. It's one of those 6-position flip locks, fully milled with micro. There is no diver's extension. It is a screw down crown. It is 500 meters of water resistance, and it weighs about 198 grams. Really nice looking watch. The bezel is super cool. It's got that aggressive sawtoothing on it, and it's done in 2 scales. You know, like kind of like Doxa, but not Doxa uses different scales. But you've got an inner chapter for the minutes, and then an outer. I don't know why I called it a chapter. You have an inner ring for your conventional dive minutes and an outer for your dual time. So you can use it whichever way you want. It does only rotate in one direction, counterclockwise. It is 120 click unidirectional ratcheting. Let's get it back to 0. So the Devil Ray is a really interesting looking watch. We'll come in on the dial real nice. You can see the markings on it. Beautiful dial. But then if you look at the rehaut on the inside, a lot of depth to it, a lot of cuts, very deep. And then of course that kind of depth meter driven or inspired rainbow ring or multicolored ring around the full outside of the glass. This looks really, really nice. Certainly its own look as far as, in my opinion, as far as modern day watches go. Beautiful screw down crown. They do actually lume the crown. I'll see if I can get a shot of that later. It is done in a darker paint so that it doesn't, stick out during the day. Let's see, what else? Unscrew the crown to set the time. By the way, unscrewing this thing and screwing all of them, so buttery smooth, really buttery smooth. So this is going to be a 2-clicker because it's an NH35, so 2 clicks out, you can do the time. It hacks, so the seconds hand stops. 1 click out will do your date. There you go at the bottom, date's at 6 o'clock position. And no clicks, you can wind it up to your heart's content, roughly a 40-hour power reserve until you need to wind it again, push down and turn for your full 500 meters of water resistance. Pricing, date or no date, $575, GMT 625. Okay, so this is your date with a blue. We'll save GMT for last. Let's go to no date. So this is now, so I'm showing you 2 different things that are different. No date at the 6 o'clock, and is a silver dial. They've chosen on this guide to run with an NH38 movement. That is kind of the there's no true no-date NH35. What it is, the 38 is a no-date movement, sure, but it's skeletonized at the rotor on this side if the dial is see-through. So it's kind of like an open heart movement, but it's still a no-date NH movement. Same markings on the dial, the bezel, the crown. Like I said, very interesting bracelet, really nice looking, polished on the inners, brushed on the outers. That bracelet, again, being sized with screws. Very silky, even though it has the plastic on it, it's just a very silky feeling bracelet. I've said this on other NTH watches, that bracelets are really a step above what you conventionally get in a micro brand. And again, with that crown, man, I wish I had Crownovision. It's really, really smooth. So this is your Devil Ray white dial with no date, and then we'll move to the last one. So this is kind of why I wanted to do the video. I mean, obviously to promote the watches, but it figures. The minute hand is over the GMT hand. Wouldn't that figure? This is like the only reason I want to do the video was because it's got the NH34 in it. So let us take care of that. Doink. So there you go. So that little, well, we'll leave the crown unscrewed. So it comes with a date at the 6 o'clock. The date is in this usage is color matched to the dial. It's a black background. I said that the dial is more of a sunburst black, but it's very nice looking. And this little red hand is your GMT hand. Notice they have kept the bezel in both the inner for your minutes and the outer for your dual time. And then there's a GMT scale on the dial. A lot of scales going on there. Kind of interesting the way that they did that, but whatever, it's got the GMT movement. So the way that works is when you pull out the crown, 1 click, one direction will change the date, and the other direction will change that GMT hand in 1 hour increments as read off of the scale on the dial. And when I change the time, that GMT hand moves. So this is a caller or office GMT, not a traveler's GMT. The traveler's GMT would be with the Miyota 9075 or one of those other high-end movements no, I don't have any watches yet that do that. One day, there will be Islanders, and one day I'm sure there'll be NTHs with that movement in them as well. It does stand to note that most NTHs usually come with the Miyota 9000 series of movements. The Devil Ray is the one, at least in the current lineup, that comes with the NH, so they are priced a little bit cheaper. But the GMTs, as I said, are $625, while your date, no date versions, hello, come in here, guys, are $625. So let's do Lume. I guess we'll do Lume on, they're all the same. We'll do the Lume on this guy because it's got the GMT hand. We'll try it on, and then we'll get out of here. So the owner of NTH, Chris, he's a Lume junkie of sorts and always says that he does great Lume, and I fully agree. Look at this. I mean, it's C3 Super Lume, so it is the glowest brighting, the brightest glowing Lume paint in the color spectrum, but it looks amazing. Look at the bezel. I mean, this is to me, it's almost close to Seiko quality. This is lighting up like nuts. I almost forgot, there is the Lume on the crown. And then for the try-on, I'm going to go with the blue guy. So we're looking at a 43mm watch with 46 on the lug tip to lug tip. My wrists, as I said, usually 6 3/4, but I think lately they are more like a 6 1/2. Still, it fits me wonderfully. I'd take out a bunch of links. There's plenty of room in here, but it looks marvelous. This is definitely my pick of color, that electric blue, of course. Really, really looks nice. And I think that's going to wrap up the show. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you the new NTH Devil Rays. Bloop. Please like the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comments, concerns, queries, anything else, put it down below and I will be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.